Before we go, Phil, I just want to, if you're going to have a bet, what's your best bet of the tournament?
Ian Poulter to win his singles match, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that going out on the limb? Rory Mcilroy to play every session. Look,
who's your top point scorer for US and Europe?
It's a bloody good one. I mean, form would suggest that when I say form, Ryder Cup form would suggest that Justin Thomas is most probably coming off of that go round in Paris, and his his experience over the last couple of years being one of the premier players on the PGA Tour, he's got to have to be a rock. It'll be interesting to see how Cantlay goes. Really will be. With certainly his fast finish to the season. I've kind of got this feeling, and it's kind of a weird one. Rahm obviously he's the best player on the planet. Forget about where the PGA Tour Player of the Year votes went. He's the best player on the planet right now. But I always, and maybe this is the romantic in me, I've always got just a question mark around Rory Mcilroy and when will Rory pop?
Yes, that's what we want.
When will he pop? And pop in the right direction, obviously. And I just wonder if this event, because he's basically since the last 18 months, since last March, when he was on 8 here, and everything was looking great for a green jacket. The world changed and his game hasn't been the same since. And I just kind of wonder if this format, when taking the little bit of the focus off his own game and in doing so, will all of a sudden there's just something else that sparks with him. He may be really influential in that Ryder Cup team, and that's the European team, and that's hardly going out on a limb, right? when you have a look at how much influence he's had over this team over the last handful of cups, but I just wonder whether he might just catch fire.
Very nice. You might hear a little bit more about that if you listen back later in the week when we get to our betting. I'm fired up for Rory. But Phil, thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate your time and your insight into golf and the Ryder Cup this weekend. So go well, enjoy the cup.
Likewise.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Phil.
Cheers, Phil.
Boys, that was great.
How good?
How good.
Yeah.
Some serious insight. I'd love to do a deep dive into the career of Phil Tataurangi one day. Maybe we try and get him back on and do that, because he spent a lot of time on tour, on the PGA Tour, probably not as successful as he would have liked, I would imagine. Did have a couple of wins, but some incredible insight. And I feel like the last little conversation there has led us right to where we need to be, and that is betting. We're a betting podcast. Let's do it. I'll start with you, Paul. Well, actually, we'll start with we're gonna have $200 each this week. Normally it's $100 to divvy up. So I hope you've thought about that. Have you guys got top point scorers in your tips this week?
I've got a European top point scorer.
Okay. Maybe let's just go down the list. Paul, we'll start with you. Where is your $200 going?
Okay.
And why?
I'm going $100 on Europe to win at $3. Once again, as you say, even though the home team has a significant record, would you say the last 10, 8 of them have gone to the home team. The 2 that didn't go to the home team went to the Europeans on US soil. So they know how to win in the US. The fact that it's a link style course, I think, sort of leans it slightly more towards the Europeans than if they're on a more sort of run-of-the-mill PGA Tour type course. The wind getting up, I think, brings the two teams slightly closer together as well. And I just like the overall feel of the European team too. And I'm glad that Phil said that this is probably the time when Rory is going to go bang, because he's also going to feature in there as well. So $100 on Europe to win at $3. I also like the foursomes format for the Europeans. So I'm putting $25 on Europe to win the day one foursomes at $270. And I've got another $25 on Europe to win day two, the day two foursomes at $270 as well. So there's 150.
Johnny, here a nice little stat that you probably won't like, actually.
Oh, bring it on.
This is from Justin Ray on Twitter.
Yep.
Incredibly, Europe has not led after the opening session of the Ryder Cup since 2006. They are, of course, playing foursomes in the first session.
They are.
Just FYI.
Yeah, that's it. So
records are broken, though, aren't they?
Day one, day two, Europe to win those foursomes, both at 270. And now I've had a wee bit of sort of an each. No, I haven't. I'm taking top European point scorer. I'm going with Rory Mcilroy at $6. $25 on Mcilroy to be the top. I think, first of all, you have to find a player who's probably going to be playing in all 5 sessions.
Yep.
He almost certainly ticks those boxes. And I just think, well, Whistling Straits, I think it's sort of like a horses for courses, and I think he'll be very well suited there. So 25 on him to be the top European point scorer at $6. And my last 25, I was tossing up between the top US point scorer. I just couldn't make my mind up. I was tossing up between Dustin Johnson and Justin Thomas. So I left that one alone. I went to the top European rookie. I think Victor Hovland will probably get a fair shake of the sav as well. So I'm going to put 25 on Victor Hovland to be the top European rookie at 172.
Nice. And that's your 200 gone?
That's it.
Very nice. We are very close to be singing from the same song sheet this week, Paul. Very close. But I'll go to you, Tom, the man with 2 weeks prep. I'm expecting 1,000 bets here. $200. What do you got?
Look, well, I knew you boys would be sort of hard up the European train, so I thought I'm going to go a different route here. And from what I've sort of gathered over my weeks of study, is that the USA are going to win, but it's going to be close. So I'm going to the power play option, and I'm going to have $100 on the States USA to win by 1 to 3 points.
Wow.
Like I said, I think it's going to be close, but I just think they've just got too many things in their favour for them not to be winning, although I do think it's going to be close. So I'm happy with 100 on that. In terms of the first day, I'm looking at the 4 bulls, and I think the States have a slight advantage here, but I also think it's quite common for there to be a half in one of those matches. So I'm happy to have $20 on the 4 bulls day one score. I'm going to have the USA 2.5 to the Europeans 1.5 at $5.50. In terms of the Americans, JT is the favourite. I think a guy who's going to play potentially all 4 teams rounds with him, and has a good chance to be their top point scorer is the one and only Jordan Spieth. So I'm backing Spieth to be the US top point scorer at $8.50. I'm going to have 20 on that. Now, looking at a couple of these power plays are awesome. There's some serious options here. There's one that I really liked.
How far down the page are you looking, Tom?
I'm going way down there. I'm looking at USA to win. Rahm to be the top European, should play all 5 sessions. JT top USA at $31. that's just too juicy for me to be sort of leaving out. So I'm having 20 on that.
Ooh,
And I just think that's hallelujah. I could be catching up to Paul on the leaderboard here.
this could be
I'm
lights out.
also, I could be wiped out as well. I'm also looking at another power play, USA to win, and Xander top USA rookie at $5.50. I just, again, USA to win with what I'm looking at here, and Xander is a good red hot chance at being the top rookie. So I'm going to take him. It's another 20. That's 180. My last 20 is going to go on Sergio to be the top European point scorer. Experience, Spanish flair. Be playing with Rahm as well, we think maybe. So between one of them, we should be in the money there as well. So obviously Rory's got the tick of approval from you boys, but I'm happy to spec Sergio at 10s.
Nice.
I believe that's my 200. Wow, that was just money pouring out, and hopefully money pouring back in on Sunday.
Gosh, I'm so excited for this weekend. I'm so excited to watch this.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I am going. I'm steering out of the outright market. I will be having a wee go on Europe myself, but for this competition, I'm steering clear. I'm going day one foursomes, and I'm leaning hard into that stat I threw to you, Paul, that Europe have not won a first session since 2006. I'm going 50 on USA to win that first session at $2. Yeah, don't really need to say a lot about that. Then I'm looking at the power plays. Either team to win a session 4-0 on day one or day two. So that's 4 sessions, 2 foursomes, 2 4 balls at $2. I'm going to have 20 on that at $2. I can easily see either of the teams pulling away with a 4-0 session. And then the rest of mine are in top point scorers markets. USA, I am with you, Tom. I think you said Jordan Spieth for USA. Like you, I think he will play all 5 matches with JT. He was 3rd at Whistling Straits in 2015, so definitely knows the course. His career, he's got a very good career match play record. Teams match play record 15, 4 and 3. Singles 12, 12 and 2. So not so great in singles. I don't think he's ever won a Ryder Cup singles match. But team aspect huge there. If he can, 4, 3.5 points with JT, then that's a good start.
Runner up here in the US Open as well.
Third, yeah, 15. Then top point scorer for Europe, 20 on Rory Mcilroy at $6. He is the alpha of this team, although not the best golfer in the world anymore. I think they will all be looking up to Rory. As Phil alluded to, everyone knows that I'm a big Rory fan and maybe another hopeless romantic, and I just can't wait for him to bounce back, and this could be it. His record in match play also very good. Teams 12, 8 and 3. Singles 32, 17 and 3. This is career, so this is not just Ryder Cup, just FYI. Then I'm going 10 on Rory for total combined point scorer at $12. European rookie. Paul, I thought long and hard about Victor Hovland. But then I thought longer and harder about Shane Lowry. I really think he's going to be paired with Rory. He'll play all 5 sessions. If they win their four team sessions or close to, then he's in a really good spot. He loves that link style of play. Obviously, former Open winner. 50 on Lowry for European rookie. Top point scorer at $2.50.
Yeah. So if him and Rory are picking up a few points in those foursomes on day one, I'm a better chance of Europe winning the foursomes on day one as well. I like what you're saying.
Finally outsmarted me, have you? And then my last 30, I'm going to the top wildcard point scorer markets. 20 on Spieth at $4.50. I think he's the favourite there. And then a little $10 note on Shane Lowry, $8.10. just covering my bases there. And that's my 200. Plenty there for the punters between the three of us and what Phil was throwing out too. Paul, I believe we've got a promotion on the Ryder Cup too. We teased it last week. If you're not ready for it, I have got it.
We can't be doing a birdie bonus on the Ryder Cup. Surely we can't be.
Not a birdie bonus.
Right.
We're going for a Ryder Cup multi-buster. So listen carefully, folks.
Oh boy.
Place a 3+ legs, so 3 legs or more, Ryder Cup multi, and get a refund up to $50 as a bonus bet if your bet misses by 1 leg. Simple, right?
Yeah, sounds simple.
I'm rubbing my hands together.
Yeah.
Friday night.
This plays very, very nicely into the first, well, all of the sessions really. You know, four picks in a session. You take 3 of those, or we take all 4, and miss by 1, bang.